Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back once again to Galactic Civilizations 4, to our playthrough that we have on this, well, very unfortunate starting location, but I always like to accept the challenge, and we of course try to continue with this, even though we are super low on habitable planets where we could settle. Right now we're looking at this sector here for my next expansion. There are smaller planets over here, right, so it can't hurt to get them into my empire, and this is exactly what I would like to do. By the way, for this game there's a huge franchise sale going on right now, so please don't forget to check out the link in the video description to learn more about it. And also, once again, thanks for Stardock Entertainment for sponsoring this video. Now, in this case, we also got the asteroid miner over here that is on its way right now to this asteroid belt. That's pretty important because it's going to supply this core world that we have there at the moment. Now, the other thing is that we could probably push another executive order to get immediately a colony ship out, but this will reduce my approval rating. Problem is, we're pretty low on approval overall, so we should increase that, because the lack of approval rating will lead to some rebellion and also to crime. So in this case here, how can we do this? Well, for example, by lowering the taxes. Not gonna be that easy though, as we can see, because I also don't want to get negative. If I can push it to 51, there you go, we still remain a bit positive there, and I do have a positive approval rating again. But we should definitely improve the quality of life for my population. Okay, once again, the Drangor, they're not really happy with us, so they have destruction due to the pests, and they demand payment from us to cover the costs of repairing this. What? You kidding me, right? Oh, okay, we do get something in return. They give me a Monsantium deposit. No, we lose one. They want both things. Are you kidding me? Of course not. We're not doing that. I mean, I think at least we're strong military-wise right now. So as I'm pushing more on my fleet, of course it's straining my balance, but what can you do about that? Okay, they want to give me the space elevator, an antimatter, and they also want... No, that's too much money they want from us, plus two other things. Not gonna accept this one. My next siege ship is over there, so we finished this fleet, right? This is now at its maximum capacity, so if I want to push, we need another fleet, and I'm gonna start here with that one, once again with the siege engine, and any kind of additional ships will then move towards that. Speaking about movement, my freighter here that we also finished in the last episode is on its way to trade with the enemy. It's a rich player after all, so we need to be pragmatic about that, because I really do need money, and trade routes just help you with that. Experimental weapon, and you give me space elevators. Okay, this sounds more like something now. Yes, I'm gonna accept this one. Space elevators are important, and it's a pretty expensive tech on top of that. Flagship wise, let's continue with some discoveries here. We do have a mission, by the way, right? So the ringworld research, right? And if I survey 3 anomalies, we get the next step of this quest here. So we want to find out more about these ringworlds. We got one for free. Still very happy about that. Once again, we do get something here. We can get an artifact that gives me a distant vision, or we can harvest it for Durantium. Let's go ahead and store it, right? And down here we do have it then. Distant vision reveals an area of the map. Yeah, it's a pretty big area that we could reveal this way. Not super important, right? But I mean, look at that. There are no more stars really close by that I could use. So I'm probably going to go ahead and reveal me this one. There you go, right? So that was quite a bit. And we also found yet another player again. I think that's the Yor. And they're living over there. Happily thereafter. Another mining report from one of my artifacts. So we can choose here between a Helios ore and a Durantium. I'm going to go ahead with the Helios ore because I don't have that yet. And we could use something like this on the Galactic Bazaar that we have unlocked with our tech now. And this is actually something we should do because we can purchase Promethean on it, right? And Promethean, don't forget, every single piece of Promethean we have in the store, in my storage, increases my overall growth rating as the Luxar. So let's just see what we have a lot of. We got a lot of thulium, so I'm going to sell me some thulium there. And I might also sell me... Oh, we have antimatter. Let's sell me one of these. And then I'm going to purchase 3 Promethean, right? With that, we get 5 of them. And this is pushing my growth a bit. And regarding growth, 7 citizens we have on the main planet. I would like to move at least one more over to my ring world, right? And then Rilara is actually growing quite nicely, and we're growing every 11 turns right now on my home planet. So we can push a few more. Next on the research with my flagship. Let's go for this one. I think so far it's actually looking pretty stable. I'm building a constructor right now, so hopefully we get this one going. Oh, they want 1,000 coin from me. We can't do that. And we lose some relationship with them. And one of our freighters from the homeworld has been damaged. We would like some assistance. Oh, okay, nice. Send some assistance. We get a trade license increase. I'm always up for this. Or seize the cargo. No, let's get the trade license. That's really powerful. Speaking about trade, my freighter is still on its way, but, and that's the cool thing. Oh, come on. That's the cool thing. It's already working, right? Trade routes, there it is. And we get a trade value of 4 out of that, right? So we're profiting from this trade route already. That's my income per turn right now, just with one freighter. So we probably should get a few more out. My next frigate, let's push it to my new fleet over there. And another trading, open borders, casino manufacturing, which is nice because we can upgrade our manufacturing districts with that. But they want my weapon tech and money, so I'm not gonna go ahead with that. We have a very powerful research of my own. And mining base, yes, over here, that we have. And next, we also finish the anomalies with the ring world, and we get a bit of more story bits out of it. So we now know that these ring worlds are produced by or constructed by gigamass, right? And that's a material unfathomably dense and can only be worked with ultra specialized machinery. And our scientists believe they can reverse engineer the technology with the gigamass so that we can collect it. And this starts my researching with the gigamass harvesting. Speaking about expansion, I wanted to go for them, right? But this is a major player, and it's actually a pretty strong player at that too. And it's a player that's willing to speak with us, so we actually have a very good relationship with them. So for now, I would not like to do this. But looking at my sphere of influence, if I click on my ship, we can see the total sphere. We do have a bunch of other empires close by. I'm looking at this one here specifically, Arkan it is. And this one is also a pretty strong planet, right? And this is a minor faction, so we can look at them, the Orphica Enclave and the minor civilization. So it wouldn't hurt us that much to go to war with them. So I'm thinking about expanding over there to get this done. We can colonize the next planet and also establish our first trade route. Very nice. Lots of progress being made right now. And also we found another species once again. And also we finished the exotic energies. Alright, casino research is probably my next one, or advanced armor that helps mitigate. I would probably like to unlock me a few more ship classes. So let's go ahead and do this. Only one more turn that it takes in total. Alright, trade route established. There it is, my next one. And with that we have now a nice trade value here, 6 income per turn. Coming out of my trade routes. Okay, once again, heroic explorers have come across a precursor artifact. We are not able to make sense of it, so what should we do? Accept the exchange. We get collectivism. We help them, and we do get research units. We could look at it, or we're too busy. Let's accept, because we do get also some tech out of that. Exotic energies, xeno research. Oh, okay. Exotic energies is a much more expensive tech though, and he wants a lot of money from me. Let's get rid of that. I'm offering you 0 in return, but he would not accept this, so screw you. They want to rip me off. We are pushing a few more artifacts. There is something else. We could make some money out of this artifact. We could also request some of the trade goods. We get Arnor spice out of that. No, let's get the money. Money is important right now to me. Another interesting proposition here by the class. He would like to get subspace streaming from me, but he would give me exotic world colonization, which is an extremely expensive tag and something that I haven't even seen yet. He also gives me some credits. Let's accept this one. Let's check it out. Is this the extreme colonization now that I'm unaware of? Because there was something like that. It's not, unfortunately. It's just that we can settle more hostile ones now, but I think this unlocks me the path towards extreme colonization. Let's end the turn because we will finish another attack. And I hope that we do get our extreme colonization at some point now. Alright, also we have discovered another artifact, Arnorian warning beacon drifting among debris, reconstructed, salvaged attack, or, oh wait a second, it advances me, no, 750 coin is a lot, but let's reconstruct the beacon. Perhaps we get a free space station out of that or something at some point. You never know what's looking there. We finished the leadership recruiting. This is a bit important for better leaders. Yeah, unfortunately, no extreme colonization. The thing is, we need to choose one of these three because this one gives me a 50% research bonus, right? If I choose one of the on the list here, it takes much longer. So it's very much advised to go with the better tax here. We get these starports or we get the basic shields. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead with this as I want to push my ships further. Unlock me another attack here. Let's check this one out. I would really like to get something with a bit more. 2 health is not important. Experimental drives, we get a bit more research, land exploitation for more income, but this increases also my pollution rating. That's not very good. Difficult choices. We could always switch them around, so I'm gonna go ahead with the economic development. The +2 on the income should be fine. By the way, we got a nice approval rating again. I might use this to push me a bit further on the money side. All right, ships. I would probably like to go for another freighter at this point because we want the money. Let's go ahead with one more, and then also a constructor for more space stations that we want to push. Another freighter we finish. Let's go for, I think, this one because it's a ruined ring world. Wealth is at 5. Oh, wait a second. We should go with a higher wealth. 5 is not very high. This one is 6. Any capital close by? This one's at 13. Let's go for this one. Archaea over there. Looks very nice. Right, I'm gonna build me another starbase now here. And this is gonna be a communication starbase. So this is extending my cultural influence and assets. Which, well, in total gives me quite a bit. I'm also gonna push in my module here with the defense system. So the base can defend itself, right? And this creates a sphere of influence over here that we can use for our own ships and stuff like that to continue the expansion. With that, we've now expanded the sphere of influence all the way over here. So potentially we would have the ability now to attack Arkan. I think there's a pretty strong... Oh, planetary defense is at 81. I might still try to go for this. We could declare war on them. Let's actually move my ships over for now, right? Let's not be hasty. It's gonna take a while anyway. But we want, of course, to expand. Another colonization over here. Gonna accept this one. It's one of the minor planets that we have. But it's still nice for supporting my ring world, which is always handy. Because that world is rather weak right now. And there's my beacon reconstruction lab. So that's the one that we get out of an artifact. So it's a civilization achievement. It pushes my research by 5% and gives a level 3 research adjacency bonus. We are rather full. I think this one here would actually be nice because we got a research district here and we got a research heavy tile here. So this would probably be my bet right now. Yeah, let's go for this one. Alright, we're finally declared war and Arkan is under siege since I don't expect any other ships coming out of this. I think we just have to wait now a couple of turns for the siege to finish and then take over this world. I hope they're not destroying too much infrastructure. Now he's doing something quite nasty. He's actually building a starbase here. Are you kidding me? This is a direct confrontation, right? Because he's taking this one into his influence sphere. If we take this over, we would have to compete with his own influence there. Now, I do have my starbase over here that we can still upgrade with shield, but unfortunately nothing else right now. Like, yeah, cultural awareness center would be pretty great at this point. We do have the module, so that we'd have 2 more. So theoretically, I could do it if I had the tech for it. Right now I'm focusing on the missile system improvements, so that's something we need to wait on. But then it's probably my next goal to get the center going. Now, building-wise on my capital, as we can see, we've progressed pretty far. There's another special item here now, the coordination beacon. Influence growth plus 5%. That is just really good overall because it affects all my borders in this game. So I would like to have this, and we're probably pushing it a bit further outside here, right? So I don't really need to add anything other than that to it. We got this influence bonus here. That would work out. Level 2 research bonus, so let's also get me this research district going and this research district going. Since we have a lot of manufacturing on my core, on my capital, we can really build this one so quickly. And I would also like to get the orchard going. This gives me another actually, you know what? This is not really useful right now. Population increase, not something we need. Probably could work on wealth is fine. Yeah, we're looking really fine. I don't need to queue in anything else, honestly. Alright, Tanner's Hollow record flickers to life. What is that? That is once again something coming out of my ringworld quest, I think. And this one gives me a Titan? A Dreadlord Titan. We could also dismantle it for a massive research boost, but I think I'd rather go with the Titan. We get an extensive storyline here, right, that you can read through if you're interested. The game offers really a lot of story if you're up for that, right? And yeah, getting all of this out. Tales of the Arnor, this one is. Let's claim the Titan. There it is. This is, this is a massive ship. I mean, holy cow. 52 attack power, 63 defense rating, and 380 hit points. Let's just take my strongest fleet here right now, which doesn't even have the same amount of attack power as this single ship. Very, very nice. I've also finished another frigate, so let's actually merge these together. Can I do this? No. Okay, so this one cannot be merged with any other fleet, right? It's its own. But this pushes my military score quite a bit, so I don't really need to worry about any attack right now. No one dares to attack me with that. Let's get the next mining upgrade done for my mining starbase. The reason for that is we want to get more Promethean out, of course, right? So this pushes it to 0.4 now, and it's the only Promethean source that I've found so far close to us, right? There is antimatter over there. We do have thulium, Illyrium, but finding me some proper source here of Promethean is pretty hard, honestly. Alright, this is the final turn. We should be able to take over now Arkan in the next turn, I think, at least. And first invasion. Pretty important milestone. And with that, we have gotten ourselves a new planet, right? Arkan it is. Right over there, it's creating its own sphere now, right? We're cutting into this one. And yeah, I mean, we could theoretically go to war with them. I think we might have a very good chance of actually winning this war against the Drengir. But in that case, right now, let's keep it. And this is a pretty big planet, right? So I would like to get a governor going for this right away. One, ideally with a lot of loyalty. Unfortunately, we don't have that. We got this one here is a genius. And also a dream weaver, so he gets an influence bonus. This is actually nice. Okay, +3 influence. That's great for a remote planet like this one. Let's assign this governor right away. And let's get the construction going. Once again, we need to get the core thing going right away. So this is the facet conduits. Oh, look at that. We haven't destroyed all the infrastructure. So we immediately get those beautiful research districts. Look at that. This is what fully developed over here. Lots of manufacturing. I just need some population over here. And the interesting thing is we also have now the Orphica Enclave population here. It's one pop, right? And we could imprison them to get rid of them. We could also train them as a worker, as a farmer. Let's actually train them as a worker to improve my manufacturing. And then I'm getting some more people over here because we definitely want to do this. Let's get the conduits going. This will push all these manufacturing districts. And what's that? A penumbral beacon study. Let's get the manufacturing district first, and then we'll just see. Actually, not such a big planet, but what a nice conquest for us. Now, I would like to take my core world, right, my capital, and transfer some of them over. Can I do this? Why can I not transport someone over? It is too far away. Pollution is too high. Do I need to build a transport ship for this, perhaps? Might be. Right now I cannot send anyone over. Alright, we're under attack by this one. Pirates, alright. Pirates are not so bad. We should be able to quickly take care of them. Off they go. This one here. Cannot do yet. There you go. Alright, we're being invited to a cultural exchange festival by the trees. And agree or decline. Agree actually gives me only positive things. It reduces my control. So we have to pay this extra currency for it, right? But it gives me 10% tourism on all worlds. That means a bit more money. And decline it? Nah, let's agree. I have enough control there really to afford it. Yeah, look at that. That planet is so strong right now, especially with my governor that gives me influence, that we've completely taken over the starbase here. So it's not ours per se, right? But it doesn't really do anything here. Very good. So in this case here, we want to expand our sphere of influence here so that he's not cutting into my own empire there. That would be very lovely. Now let's just check out if we have any additional minor players close by. So as you can see, we have expanded or extended our sphere of influence over here. So we could travel with my ships now into this realm. Over here, it's getting a bit interesting. And yeah, of course, a big war is inevitable at some point here if we want to continue with the expansion. So far, we just continue here with my constructor. I want to get another ship going here. And anything else we could settle on? I don't think so, right? Class 2 we found again, but this is a poor one. There's nothing out here. I just want to get me at least one more nice core world going, but seems impossible. I found an anomaly that's defended, lightly defended. Before we go into this one, we could have a look at my flagship here, because we can upgrade it. This gives me a bunch of additional options here, like more hit points, for example. Also higher range, better attack power, or just a flat out damage improvement in all fronts with the extension matrix. Let's go ahead and get this one done. And let's try this one. Engage in battle. Oh wow, 3 ships. And destroyed immediately. Very nice. Wasn't that much of a challenge for an upgraded flagship. What to do with my fleet now? That's another question that we have, because of course at some point we need to get them to the battleground. This seems like a very powerful civilization over here, so I'm not gonna bother with them for now. The logical choice would be this area here, right? Because I don't think they're that strong. Looking at the map, it's the corporate sector. We have a very good relationship with them, right? So that's that. Arkan, they're a bit weaker over there. And we have a weaker relationship with them. So this might be an option here for expansion. They've got some, oh my goodness, a level 46 planet. I don't think I've ever seen this before. That is huge. And you know what's also huge is their defense. So this could be a bit hard. But yeah, let's move my fleet a bit further over there, honestly. Because I think at some point we're just gonna try and push against them. Also my Titan, of course, just to see it in action as well. Getting all of these over then here. I'm not expecting anything of the Drengir, honestly. We could talk with them. And for the planetary adaptation, they would give me credits per month, 15 for 50 turns, and also xenobiology. So this actually is a pretty good trade for me. And every trade we do does also improve my relationship with them, just a tiny bit. Alright, another artifact. The hull is nearly destroyed, but inside you'll find a moisture generator. Can make desert into livable worlds. It's a colony upgrade. That's pretty great. Thank you very much for this. If we find a desert world, we could use it on it. Ship-wise, I continue with some siege engines, right? We want to get planetary invasion ships going, and we got another freighter, and I would like to probably push me to those guys here that we haven't looked at yet. There's the ruined ringworld. It's not very valuable. 14, I think this one is the best we can do. Let's get another trade route going. We're getting 34 credits in per turn at the moment, so yeah, really nice. And this is now going to be another one then. It's my last one, and then we're at the limit of the trade licenses. right? So then we need to increase that somehow. But it's a nice income that we have right now, and we could use this to reduce the taxes to make my people happier, right? This absolutely is worth it as well. So far so good. Once again, Galactic Civilization 4, even though we had a very rocky start, I think we're kind of getting somewhere here now. Getting my fleet up, we definitely will go for a bigger war at some point now soon. And yeah, then also let's have a look at more research to steamroll our economy. Don't forget to check out the link in the description to check out the massive sale that is going on right now and grab yourself a discount. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.